Sports and life, they go hand in hand. There are so many similarities. That's one of the reasons why I love sports so much. Because if you're talking to a kid or you're talking to a young adult that played the game, you could break down life in sports and make it make perfect sense to the individual. If you ever watch a winning team and a losing team perform, they have two totally different cultures that they live by. If you ever watch a losing team, a team that's gonna usually lose a bunch of games, you're gonna see selfishness, you're gonna see egos, you're gonna see complaining, you're gonna see blaming, you're gonna see quitting. Because one thing about a losing culture, as soon as one thing don't go right, you're ready to quit. Because, that culture is designed for you to be defeated. A losing culture is a quick defeat. That's why I remember, like, when I played sports and we would play against a team that had a losing culture, we knew if we get up on them quick in the game over. It's over with. So think about in life where you have people that wake up every day looking for an excuse. You have people every day looking for a reason to blame everyone else instead of looking in the mirror. You can control what you see. You can control your actions. You can't control someone else's actions. See, when you come from that losing culture, everything is someone else's fault. A cop can pull you over. You're going 10 miles over the speed limit. You know what you do? You blame the cop. Oh, the cop got a problem with me. You drive down the street without your seatbelt on. It's the cop's fault. Right? If you get fired from your job, right? And you was late for 30 days, 30 straight days. Or let's just say you was late for 10 straight days. They fire you. Man, the job had something against me. It's not the job. You made a mistake. You did not do what you were supposed to do. But these people will make excuse after excuse after excuse. If the apartment complex evicts you, you blame the apartment complex because they didn't give you more time to pay your late rent. You trashed the apartment. They don't want to give you your security deposit back. You blame the apartment complex. They got something out for me. That's a losing culture. That's a losing mentality. You see this every single day. That's the world we live in. Because it has to be someone else's fault. There's no way possible it could be my fault. There's no way possible I did something wrong. And everything is woe me, woe is me. The man has it out for me. Everything is always someone else's fault. But that's the crazy part about life. Once you're able to get to a point to get out of that mindset, out of that stage of life, and you're able to get into a different thought process, a thought process that says to you, how about we don't make excuses? Because when you watch a winning team play in any sport, they never think the game is over until it says 0-0 on the clock. A winning team, that you rarely see them complaining. Rarely. The winning team, they don't go around complaining. They don't. The winning team, they're usually going to have a positive attitude. That's the winning team. The winning team knows, even though we're down 10, we stick to the strategy that we have. Another thing the winning team does is when they can see over an extended period of time that this doesn't work, they adjust the game plan and come up with a new strategy. They don't keep the same strategy. That's what the losing culture does. That's what the losing team does. The winning team make the necessary adjustments to find a way to win. The winning team, the winning culture, has little to no ego. They don't care how they get the win. They just want to find a way to get the win. It's not about ego. It's not about pride. It's about getting the win. It's amazing because so many people's lives can change. Their dreams can become true. But they won't because they won't make the necessary adjustment. See, when the winning team is down at halftime, they're all going, looking in the mirror, figuring out, hey, what are we doing wrong? They're going to watch the film. They're going to look at, okay, we've been out of position here. We was out of position there. We're turning the ball over. We're not getting back on defense. They're going to pay attention to what they do wrong and adjust. The losing team is just going to complain and blame. See, when you come from a winning culture, usually that person always finds a way to win. And when you come from a losing culture, usually that person finds a way to lose, but they have great individual stats. What do I mean? You can watch a team play. They can have a star player. The star player scores 20 points every game, and they're one of the worst teams in the league. And that star player never thinks, maybe I should do something different. Maybe I should adjust my game. They're just happy that they got theirs. But when you're on a winning team, there can be a player that averages 25 a game. And in this one particular game, they can score 10. But the team win, they're happy. Why? Because the only thing that matters with them is the result. They only care about the result. But my question to you is, when are you going to get to the point of saying, hey, I want to get to that winning mentality? And the reason why I say this is because most people lean toward the losing mentality. Most of them blame some outside force to why they're losing. If you ever go to, let's say, a kid basketball game, football game, even high school, it could be college. The losing teams, every time they lose, the refs cheated them. Every single time they lose, the refs cheated them. It was never because of something they did. Now, if you lose a game within 5 points and you tell me I got cheated, I can understand that. But when you lose by 20 and 25 points and you say the refs did something to you, you got, hey, even if the refs did something, that was something you didn't do as well. That's a huge gap, a 20-point loss. Go back to your life. If you're a person that's making barely above minimum wage, you could try to blame the man. You could try to blame whatever outside force you want to. But my question to you is, where's your skill set at? What additional education do you have that you can make more money with? Do you know how to cut yards? Do you know how to do plumbing work? Do you know how to do sheetrock? Do you know how to lay carpet? Do you know how to fix on cars? What additional skill set do you offer to the world? See, the people on offense, that's what they're focused on. The people with the winning culture, they're focused on, okay, I need a skill set first. What do I have a passion for doing? The losing culture, they sitting there waiting for someone to hire them. They won't get additional education. They're just waiting on somebody to hire them. And they wonder, what's the problem? You're the problem. Until you get to a point of understanding that you are your biggest problem, you are your biggest enemy, you're going to continue to struggle. You have to get to a point where you're ready to fight. And no matter what the scoreboard shows, you're not going to stop. See, the thing about a winning culture, winners, no matter what, they're going to find a way to win, even when they lose. See, a winning team, you can beat them by 10. But that winning team going to learn from the loss. The losing team, with a losing culture, they're so used to losing, they're never going to look in the mirror. They're never going to look at the mistakes they made. They only point at mistakes that anybody else made but them. The winning culture going to solve their problems because they understand this. If I'm on my A game and you on your A game, I believe I have a very good chance of winning. The winning culture says, if I'm on my A game and you're on your A game, I have a very good chance of winning. So they focus on themselves. They don't focus on the loser. They focus on themselves. And see, this is something that's amazing. When you have that winning culture, that winning mindset, because it goes to sports and then it goes to life. Something can be in your way. Someone can be in your way. You might want to be the best basketball player, but there's someone better than you, right? You want to get that person out the way because you want to be the best. So you work on your craft. You don't get better by talking about the person. You don't get better by wanting to fight that person. You get better by mastering your craft. Get better and better and you study your opponent. So now you're able to overcome that opponent. But when you have a winning mindset, you understand that that person that you're up against, see, right, at one point in time, they were better than you. And you caught that up to that person and surpassed that person. That person was just in the way. That person wasn't a problem. It was no personal beef. There's no personal problem. You're just in my spot. And I want my spot. Flip it. But when you have a person with a losing mentality, losing culture, when they see someone wants their spot, they're not ready to compete. So you know what they do? They want to fight. They want to talk about you. They want to gossip. None of that stuff helps you win. But they'll do any and everything except find a way to win. We spend our entire lives, if you're not taught properly, to blame outside sources, to blame the outside, to blame people. Man, I got haters. People don't like me. People won't give me a job. And we play defense against ourselves. But what if we ever got to a point where we could play offense and we can control our lives and we can make the best decision for ourselves and we can think positive? I bet your life will change then. My name is Sidney Combs, and I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with $1 and a dream. I appreciate everyone for giving me the opportunity, checking out the video. Please comment. Thank you. I'm out.